So gold. Basically, I was looking at gold, and I mean the target overall target for gold is 1495, right? This is from the higher time frame. Now let's look at it from a higher time frame here. Like this is what we were discussing last night in the Asian session, that on the higher time frame the target is 1495, right? So now you go to smaller time frames and then you see that, okay, like this resistance was respected because this was support here as well, right? But now these candles are reversing, they're trying to bounce around, so you go to smaller time frame, but you still have the higher time frame goal in mind, 1495, right? So what you see here is that, okay, now you backtrack, you're like, okay, it's the 1 hour candles, they kind of went up, but before this it broke down, so you had a big move coming down. So you're like, okay, a big move comes down from resistance. You're like, perfect, we got resistance. And then when a big move happens, now before a big move happens, price ranges, right? So you're like, okay, let's look for the support, and the support you see is around here, 1513, 1512, and then you extend, you're like, okay, maybe this is the zone. So now essentially for price to continue moving down, it shouldn't break above 1512, right? In a way to say that, okay, if NFP numbers are going to be good, which we're expecting to be good, then gold should drop, and that drop should bring it down to 1495, but at the same time it should stay below 1512. So I think pendings at like 1502 for news would be great. I wouldn't be surprised that price just ranges before NFP. So that's how I'd look at it. UJ, pretty simple. UJ is ranging, so we sit tight on UJ. EJ is also kind of ranging. It's that support, really heavy support. If this breaks, next target is probably right here, 117, 740. Check out GJ. GJ is dropping. Overall, GJ is bullish. Maybe, if it drops, it's going to correct this move here. Dropping down from support, especially. So this candle need to close. It's bearish. So then we can say, oh look, we're making lower lows and lower highs, and it should continue down. Okay, let's take a look at this. Oh,
Morning.
Hey, good morning. Who is this? Dennis.
Christian.
Oh, hey, Christian.
How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
That DJ looks like it might fall.
Yeah, I'm waiting on this candle to close.
Yeah.
This chart here, GP CAD, this just makes no sense. This is a very dumb trade. I mean, it just does make no sense, this trade.
It's random.
Yeah,
I just thought the markup is a little bit off for Q because I see there was like a support there on GCAD.
on your chart.
The guy might have just marked it up a little fucked up.
Oh, the person who marked it up.
Yeah, so you see how the previous the top over there on the left as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Would that where it have been support?
So this right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
This one, you got this one, and then you got probably like, it's rejecting here, so maybe, somewhere around here. So this is like kind of ranging now. So if this person wants to sell, this person wants to wait for candles to close bearish here, so that he can say, oh, we had support, we had support here, we had resistance here, and now we have resistance here, so now I can sell. But he sold when candles were bullish.
Yeah, all those candles are bullish. You need to wait for some bearish candles.
Yeah, or you gotta wait to see if the candles break above this area to go up over here.
Got it.
Yeah, so the person did not wait on Friday, and a lot of people will lose all their gains on Friday with things like this.
Yeah, I had like a small trade on gold yesterday. I didn't wait for I seen the fake out to go down, and it went back up in the range, but it closed under the 15-20 resistance. And then it dropped right after. I just needed to wait one more candle.
Like last night?
Yeah, last night.
Yeah, I mean, after I left, I was thinking that whoever sells there and holds, they'll be up a lot. Because this thing, wow.
Yeah, like 120 or 130 pips or something.
120, 30 pips, no problem.
You see, but I got in at 11:30, whereas the drop happened at like 1:30.
Oh yeah, it happened right before London Open.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, good. I just finished my swim session.
Oh, nice. How How was it, Mr. Dolphin?
Yeah, I'm swimming since 5 years, so it was awesome,
nice.
man.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, how was your sleep?
Pretty good. Seed is
So-
great.
So today we have FMP, huh?
Yeah, NFP. It's gonna be pretty good today. Support.
So what's your thought for that?
Yeah. It's I'm gonna look at it right now. But Yuan, this looks good. This is exactly what I'm looking at. See? Oh wow, look at it. Going up. Was waiting for it to close, and NFP, you know, I'm thinking it's gonna be good numbers, you know. ADP was really good, you know. NFP, I think it's gonna be really good too. Because Trump wouldn't be able to digest bad numbers. Right? But they want good numbers. They'll be like, these numbers are gonna be the great numbers, you know, and then he's gonna attack China again. That's what
He's going to become shit after NFP.
Yeah, he's gonna tweet. He's gonna tweet as well. Like, it's scary. His behavior is so predictable.
I see.
Like, you know, anything happens in the world, you can just predict what he's gonna do, and he does the exact same thing.
Yeah. Well, he's a businessman, so yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I guess. Ooh, we gotta wait now. Like, even for CAD. Where's GP CAD? GP CAD is probably, it's gonna range as well because there's some heavy CAD news too. Unemployment.
Oh.
Yep. So Friday should be reserved for, like, you know, come on here and ask questions and review the week, how the week went, and how the next week is gonna go. Or if you really want to trade, you should just focus on one trade on Friday. Just one.
Yeah, I made one trade and I lost 2 pips, and that's it.
Oh, 2 pips?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was going against my direction, so I thought, okay, fuck, close it. Then I could.
Oh, you got out of it. Perfect.
Yeah, I got out of it.
What's this? Gold. Expecting retest of 1512 area before sharp continues with it. Yeah. That's what I think too. That this area should hold on gold, like 1512, 1511. This area should hold on gold, and then we break below 1502 and then head to 1495. That's going to be the ideal move, and it's also the weekend. If you look on the weekly is heading down. Like yesterday we were talking about how the weekly candle pulled up and now it's dropping down, so I think it should come down till, you know, this wick here. If you look on the daily, this is a strong area here, 1495, and there's nothing to the left. Clean candle here to the left. So the only thing the price needs is some volatility, and that volatility is going to come through NFP.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect. So now we just gotta wait to see if this area holds, and then, you know, we just go downtown. So let's measure this. Below 1502, this is a 80 pip range. You know, it's an 80 pip range. So I mean, once you have your range, then you can say, okay, you know what, from this range I'm gonna maybe grab like 20, 30, 40, whatever you want to grab. Right? So this is the whole beauty now, that this is your range. From this range, you just need a portion of this, and you gotta let one run, because if that can run all the way. See, GJ candle not closing. It's last support. Gotta wait for it to close. Do you have pendings at 15:02? No, actually, no. I don't have any pendings. I'm going to decide pendings just before the news. That's what I'm going to do. Just before the news. Because I'm in no rush to take a trade today. No rush at all. Yeah, makes sense.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Good morning.
Yep, we can hear you.
Nice.
How's it going?
Very good. And yourself?
Good, good. Long time listener, first time caller.
Yes. I've turned.
Yeah, we just it's a no trade day today.
That's alright. Just happy to watch.
She's gonna sit and watch. Just like the Forex safari. It's like the Forex safari today. Is gold not sitting on a daily support? This area here, yeah, but at the same time now if you're thinking that gold is sitting at a daily support, then probably you're looking for buys, right? Because I'm not looking for buys, I'm looking for sells. Even if this is a daily support, there's an economic event coming in the market, and supports and resistances, they get broken when there's a lot of volume in the market. So I think that's going to be from NFP, and that should break that support down, and we should continue to 14.95. Or if we break above 15.12, well, obviously we're going to go up.
So NFP can make us trade up whether gold breaks or not.
Yes, yeah. NFP can really do it. Like, I mean, if the numbers are really good or really bad, then that's going to move things a lot, you know. But if the numbers are within the range of like 160-ish, there's just going to be spikes up and down. So, Kaluzi, how'd you start trading?
Yes. I always started in stocks about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so year 9 actually for me. And then ever since then, you know, just built on all that, and kind of just recently gone to Forex.
Yeah. How is Forex different from stocks?
Stocks are just long term. They are just you pick them and you hold them for at least 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you might get some quick ones that take about 3 months to hit targets, but yeah, you get the dividends, I guess, as time goes on. You know, with shares like the banks and everything, they pay pretty good dividends, so it can help. You know, it's always good to diversify. So yeah, I've obviously got some in shares, but then I use some for Forex.
Nice. So you might need like a lot of capital for stocks.
Yeah, unless you get like margin loans and stuff like that. But obviously, you do that. So, you make sure you have some capital in case you do get a margin call, so you can contribute to the loan.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make you sell. But that's in the worst case scenario. That's like, GFC sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's nuts how I came across you, actually. I literally just searched Forex in YouTube, and you happened to be doing a live session.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wow. It's nuts. It's insane. And then that was like a week ago.
Yeah.
And then ever since then it's like, yep, I'm lifetime member, and let's do it.
Yeah. So you jumped in.
Yeah, I know. Because I was like in the crypto groups and stuff like that. Doing technical analysis and I love this sort of stuff, being around the same people that are interested in the same thing, and mate, grab at the opportunity.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I look at it in a way that it's like a sport, and everyone's in it. right? No one's different. No one's better than anyone else. Like, the only good thing people have is discipline and risk management. But other than that, like, we're all in it. We're all in the trenches. We see the same things. So
true.
yeah, and I used to search for live Forex a lot on YouTube as well, and there wasn't many avenues. Like, you probably I think you've probably seen guys who have multiple screens on, and they just have the charts running just with like elbows.
Yeah, he doesn't really talk, does he?
Yeah, no, they don't really talk. So I was like, this could be like a good thing to do.
It's heaps better.
Yeah.
You've cracked the niche.
To crack the niche, yeah, exactly. What's this? If I have a high slippage, isn't it better to wait for the news positive? Yeah, exactly. So what's going to happen is, if you have pendings, if you do use pendings, your pendings are going to get slipped. 100%. Pendings are going to get slipped if you open orders, market orders before the news, and let's say you have a 15 pip stop. There are chances your stops are going to get stopped out with the widening of spreads, because the spreads are going to widen, or price will move so fast your stops are going to get slipped. 100%. So when you trade news, I talked about this yesterday in Asian, that if you're going to trade news, put aside a small percentage of your account, and just trade that. Because if you're going to gamble, just gamble with like a small account. So I put aside $1,000, and I'm just gonna, run it.
All in.
Yeah, I'll see what happens with $1,000. Like, if I lose it, it's okay, but if I win, hey, it's gonna double at the minimum. So, like, let's say if you have a $5,000 account, let's just put aside 500, or put aside 100, or put aside like 200, and just do with that. Because let's say if you put aside 200, and if you lose 200, most people won't really even worry about it, right? But if that 200 doubles to 400, right, now you're like, oh shit, I made 400 today. I made 200. Right, so that's that feeling of achievement, that now you have your 200 already and you made extra on top of it. But always know, whenever you risk, just accept that risk. Just accept it, and then take a trade. And then the trade is going to be stress free. You won't have any issues. Like, psychologically, you're going to be all there. I think we have a lot of people from Australia now.
Or how many are in the lifetime membership?
Yeah, I think 8 or 9.
Oh, okay. I could be your rep around here,
Yeah. 100%. Ooh, Jake's from Australia.
Yeah, when you come to a workshop, you can come stay here.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just ask guys, hey, so you have a couch? You have a couch for me?
Good day, Rakeel.
Hey, how you doing, Tashan?
Full margin GJ cell.
GJ cell? Yeah, I'm waiting.
Full margin.
I don't think, no, I'm not going to take it. I'll wait for NFP. NFP is the only thing I'm waiting for today.
Yeah, I think if you try and trade anything else, what usually happens isn't going to happen today because it's NFP.
Yes, that's true. Will you sell GJ if it closes? Well, this sell on GJ, let's mark it up right now. First of all, if you're going to have a stop, your stop is going to be at, 131,640. So let's measure this stop. This stop is going to be 10, 11, 12, 13 pip stop. And then you're looking at a downside. So that's your risk right there. That's going to be your risk. That's what you're willing to lose. So, I mean, that's how I would take this trade if I would take this trade. But I'm not taking this trade. Maybe I see this wick here and I'm being very cautious. I'm being extremely cautious today. So, you know, this, yes. So even if it retraces on the 1 hour, it could retrace all the way up to like 19, 20 pips. 4 hours still bearish. That's pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah, I'm not going to take this trade. It closed with a small wick. Yeah, that too. It closed with a small wick, and I mean, I don't know. I'll stay away from it. GBP CAD looks perfect for a sell. I think GP CAD, you need some bearish candles here, man. I mean, there are no candles saying GP CAD is a sell. It's moving up so far, so it's bullish. Even though it's at resistance, you gotta wait for candles to turn bearish, because if you have a bearish candle that forms something like this, then you can say, oh look, we've formed resistance over here. And now we can have a stop loss up over here and then, you know, sell, and next one can go down to the support. But so far, candles are bullish. When candles are bullish, so hard.
Where's Alex?
Alex.
Is good, okay?
Yeah,
It's
guys,
pretty good.
really have to wait till NFP. There's no point in looking at charts right now, anything to do with the US dollar or even gold.
Yeah.
Wait till NFP. Like, right now you should be sitting back for the next hour and 20 minutes. It makes no sense to try and plan out a trade when NFP is going to throw the whole entire market into a spin for 20 minutes.
Yeah, man, just wait for the news to come out.
Like, literally today,
Go London, that's crazy.
unless there's a setup that looks absolutely perfect, you shouldn't even be looking at a trade. Like, you should just be sitting back, relaxing, and if there's an opportunity that actually shows itself, mapping out trades right now is not going to get you anywhere. It comes down to, once again, understanding the market, understanding structure, understanding timing, understanding where we are in the week. You know, we're at the end of the week. Everyone's exiting the market, entering the market for next week. There's confusion. Why try and get stuck in that confusion when yesterday we had great moves, the day before we had great moves? Like, how much more do you need? You got to really, really understand yourself and understand the fact that we did so much this week. It was a short week. It was 4 days, and I think every trade that was taken was 20 to 40 or 50 pips deep this week.
Yeah, this week was
So if
crazy.
you just take your time over the next few weeks, the same moves will likely repeat themselves.
Yep.
So if you grow your account, you grow your money basically. So there's no point in trying to swing for the fences today. Some people will still do that though, Ted.
Usually Friday's an off day anyway. The NFP, forget about it.
Bags.
Yeah, I mean,
there's an obsession because the market is open. People feel that they have to trade. It's really, you have to get over that sensation of the fact that because the market's open, there has to be an opportunity. You have to get used to the fact that there may not be an opportunity and just let the market pass by. Sit here for 3 hours and do absolutely nothing.
people asking about your USD. There's USD in that pair, and it doesn't matter what your analysis is right now because NFP is just gonna throw that analysis out the window.
Rakeel, I wasn't at the Asian session last week because of a family obligation, but how did it go? Did you find the same slowness and the same...
No, price just ranged. The only thing we mapped out on gold was that this resistance here should hold for gold to drop. But I think gold did this move before. Yeah, I didn't take any trades. It was just ranging. It was like no use.
I saw that wick fill, but I was sleeping when anything.
Oh.
I saw the wick fill in the 4 hour though.
Yeah. Yeah, wick fill on a daily. Trevor Ruffner. Why does NFP affect JPY pairs? NFP affects the US dollar, right? So US dollar, and then you have safe havens like JPY. So when there's a change in the US dollar, there's a big change in US dollar, let's say the change is good, that's gonna weaken JPY. And then JPY pairs are gonna move because of that. Man, I just had a mango and I forgot how mangoes are really good in the morning. Mangoes and watermelon.
Mango or mango kush?
Mango.
What kind of mango? You know the different types of mango. Which mango? Which type?
Pakistani mango.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Jamaica, we got like different mangoes as well. And different mangoes have different tarts. Some of them are sweeter. Some of them are more sour.
Yeah, but Pakistani mangoes, they are way different. Pakistani. I've had all types of mangoes. I have Mexican mangoes, Indian mangoes, mangoes from Peru, but Jamaican, yeah, but Mexican mangoes.
So what's the characteristic of Pakistani in mango?
They're yellow and they're just so sweet. Pakistani honey mangoes, so sweet. They can give you diabetes, they're so sweet.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. Ooh, he just dropping. Uncle Ted, Raja. It's USD news, but I see JPY volatility in past NFP releases. Yes, I just explained it to you. That if there's a change in USD, that's going to affect the JPY, and then JPY pairs are going to move. What's the problem in that explanation? Would you recommend trading after NFP? I mean, yeah. I mean, if you think you can, but I'm not really looking for any major. I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to trade today, except for NFP. Use pendings on NFP. That's about it.
Pending orders on gold, Raja?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I gotta wait
Yeah.
like another hour and a half.
It's like fishing.
Yeah, it's like fishing. But here you know exactly the time fish is gonna come to you.
Mm. You know, you get your fish radar and you see the flock of fish coming.
Yeah, like, alright, that's it. Time to go home.
Any luck upgrading the Zoom subscription?
Yes. Hey, I've learned so much patience from those streams at 47 expectations. Yeah, nice. Yeah, trading is all about patience. You just gotta be patient. The thing about, you know, jumping into trades is to really understand that, okay, is the market trying to convince me to take a trade? Like gold is falling, but it's at support. And then you got 17 minutes left for this candle to close. So now you have a decision to make. Either you get caught in this move down and you take a sell, or you say, okay, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see if this candle closes below these two candles to the left, because we don't know. If this closes below, then there's a even higher chance that we're heading down. I think there's a lot of scenarios that can play out. Either gold starts moving down before NFP, and then at NFP we get a spike up and a move down. I think that could happen. That gold can start moving before NFP, and then we're like, oh shit, this thing's moving. NFP is priced in. It's priced in.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Simon.
How's it going?
Good, good. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good.
Morning,
Yeah,
Simon.
morning. I was just looking at gold. Another scenario, rakeel. It could drop to like 1490s on NFP and then push all the way back up.
1490 and then go back up.
No, so down into the 1490s, so like 94, 95.
Oh yeah.
So it could spike down and then like that's a big strong support.
Yes.
And then the bulls could come back in and up we go again.
Yeah. Jivan actually said that it might even spike down to 1480.
Yeah,
And
possible.
yeah, because that's like the extension, you know, there's like that wick.
Mhm. Man, that'd be nice. We catch some of that drop.
Oh brother, it's gonna be sick. Give me some of that drop. How do you post charts? So you basically click this camera right here. See this? Because you can't post links. If you post links, I can't see them. Click this camera and then get this link. And then what you do is that you get this last part of the link and then you paste it. That's it. That's all you do. If you do this, if you paste this link, I'm not going to be able to see it because this is your chart. I can't see this because I'm not logged into your account. Sick moves coming today. Just gotta be patient. Does normally spikes in the opposite direction of the trend and goes back? Yeah, that can happen too. You know.
EJ went down.
EJ did go down. Not even enough. EJ moved like 8 pips. 8, 9. Oh yeah, EJ moved like 10 pips almost. When you say you want to see a bearish candle for clear confirmation of resistance, do you mean a bear candle in the 15-minute? It depends, you know, because if you get a bearish candle, now let's say, okay, let's say on GP CAD, right? On GPCAT, if you get a bearish candle of 15-minute, now this is a weak confirmation, right? Because this is a smaller time frame. I normally look for a bearish candle on the 30-minute, because 30-minute is stronger than the 15-minute. It's weaker than the 1 hour, but it's still strong enough to, like, you know, go into your bias. So I wait for the 30-minute candle to close bearish. That's what I do. How about upload a 1-minute video on your channel showing how to... How about I also upload a video on how to use a fork and a spoon, right? I think that's gonna be pretty good too. How about I upload a video to how to change pants? Like, it's not that hard. Wow, man. Oh, and this Fed Powell speaking too later on. If Powell is speaking, there's no way Trump's not going to say something. Trump hates the Feds. This Friday end is going to be a wild end today.
Oh, Trump said he was going to be up at 8:30, by the way. And
really? Trump is going to be awake at 8:30. All right, Trumpy. Look at this. Our economy is very strong. If the Fed should lower rates to where bond markets say it should be, then I really wouldn't worry about a recession. I think the Chinese need a deal more than we do. It's statistical, I just think. Yeah, man, he's going to do something.
One of his tweets, he was like, he's going to be watching Fox News 8:30. He was scrolling a little down, right at the bottom there.
I wish you all the way, Alabama. Fake news media. I just said Alabama was really projected to be hit. Fake news denies it. Oh, he's like, I projected Alabama's gonna get hit by the hurricane. And it's being hit, look. And he's like, fake news said they wouldn't. Man, Trump is awesome. If GJ broke support, I think there's going to be a huge drop. Yes, I agree. I agree. That huge drop is going to come from this huge rise that we had. You know, so that huge drop is going to be a mirroring effect of this move up from yesterday. So you're correct. Where can you buy those Pakistani mangoes? Go to any Indian shop or Pakistani shop. Mango fluidity. $30-minute. Yeah, it's good. This looks good. GPUSD. You're selling at support, but you're confident it's going to head down. So yeah, perfect. I mean, confidence, that's what matters, right? You're confident. I can't stop you from doing nothing. How many people we got in Zoom? 86. 100 is gonna come soon. Why is this not the resistance you have drawn and is instead the one below? Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. There you go, my friend. This one, and then you got this one right here. Up here. So you see GG's range. Any analysis on GU? Yeah, GU, I mean, GU is just going to range. That's my analysis. I don't even have to look at it. GU is just going to range. There's NFP, you know, so you just got to keep that in mind. Just landed in Toronto yesterday. What restaurants do you recommend to go to? Go to Joey Sherway's. Go to Jacobs & Co. if you're really feeling good. Cactus Lounge is good. There's another one. There's another one where the fat ass used to go. What's that called? Fringe? No. Somewhere downtown there's someone.
Rings?
Frings?
I think it was Fringe.
Fringe.
Fringe or Fringe, something like that.
I don't know. Something like that. If gold and JPY are safe havens, if gold drops at NFP, then JPY should drop too. GJ fly up. Yes, Spartan, that's correct. GJ maybe one push higher than break down. GJ will break down once it breaks down. So far it's not breaking down. Any links about candle reading? Yes, babypips.com. You can learn about candles over there. I mean, all you need to know about candles.
Rakeel, if people are asking you about candlestick formation, should they be on the street?
No.
Probably should have a basis of Forex.
If Hashan was on, if he was security here, there'd probably be 100 people in here. They're like 780 right now. They'd probably be, yeah, they're probably like 100. No, mate, you can't come in. Wait till candle come. If the news comes with bad results, your USD should go up. Yes, that's correct. It was Fringe. Fringe, yeah. Fringe. It's a pretty good spot. Wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, it closed down though.
Oh, yeah, it closed down, I heard. I forgot it closed
Drake
down.
had a piece of that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Ooh. See gold? Look at this. We're waiting. Look at the candle. Right up. It's like it pulled its pants up. Look at GJ. Did the 30-minute candle break? No, it didn't. Pulled up. Just gotta wait. What correlation does GJ have with the USD, if any? So let's look at GJ. GJ means GBP JPY. USD means USD. I mean, there's not much correlation. Nothing much correlation, unless there's a huge change. You know, because that's going to affect the JPY. Entered gold buys. Stop loss at break even. Oh, very nice. Do you use stop loss for NFP? Do we have time for stop loss? If you feel like you don't have time for a stop loss, then you should not be trading. You shouldn't try to trade the news if you don't have time for stop loss. You know, I mean, your stop loss is placed before you take the trade. I mean, like, you know, at the same time. So it's not like you're going to take a trade and then you're going to start typing in your stop loss to put your stop loss in. And while the news starts going, and now you're like, oh shit, I didn't have time to put my stop loss in. No. Stop loss is placed at the same time you take your entry. Gold up or down? I'm sorry, can't answer those questions. What if I could say gold up? No one's going to take a buy. Or if I say gold down, no one's going to take a sell. You know, some people might, but...
Idiots.
It's like, there's this guy who DM'd me, right, Rakeel?
Yeah.
And his question was based on knee rehabilitation after an anterior cruciate ligament tear. Go to a fucking doctor, man. like it clearly says in my bio, contact me for online coaching.
Oh, yeah.
I'm an expert in deadlift, bench, and squat, not bloody.
I'm an expert.
Like, you're able to consult you on what type of anesthetic you should use.
That's hilarious.
People are actually crazy.
Could you explain what a booby trap candle is? I mean, it's really hard to explain. I don't know. It's just going to open like a lot of... It's going to open up a new Pandora's box, and I really don't want to open it. It's like when you have a bearish candle in a downtrend, and the next candle goes bullish. So the previous one becomes a booby trap candle. I mean, that's the easiest way for me to explain it. You know, because it takes time. It takes time to explain that concept. I found the Candlestick Trading Bible to be a great read. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good one. Candlestick Reading Bible. I think I read the first 2 pages of it. For whatever platform you need to use Google. How to place multiple orders. Yeah, that's true. Or another good tip on how to place multiple orders is to click buy or sell multiple times. So if you click it 4 times, your order is going to get opened 4 times. How do you differ between a breakout and a fake out? A breakout is when you take the breakout and trade goes in profits. A fake out is when a breakout hits your stop loss. That's the fake out. Because a fake out is put there to fake you out. If you don't get faked out, it's not a fake out. Right? Can you explain when to use a trend line, like on what time frame, etc.? Drake, I don't use trend lines, so I'm probably the worst person to ask about trend lines. What strategy do you use? What strategy do you use or suggest to trade NFP? I don't suggest to trade any news. Actually, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. I'll show you something. I don't suggest trading news because, you know, news comes with a lot of volatility, stops get slipped, positions get slipped, pending orders get slipped, people cry after news, oh man, should I? I'm pretty sure after the news, I'm going to get some questions, and questions are going to be, hey bro, I got slipped. Do you think I should contact my broker? And I will say, I will give you an answer, and then I'll tell you that the broker is going to give you the same answer. And broker will give you the same answer, and you'll be like, oh bro, you're right. So look at this, trading NFP. This was a back test of NFP we did of 2016, NFP of 2016. We back tested that. I think there was another one here. No, that's it. We only back tested one.
Yeah, from a brokerage standpoint, anybody who's trading NFP, I can tell you right now, my brokerage will have slippage. Every brokerage will have slippage. The reason why we have slippage is twofold. Okay, so I need you to understand the concept of what you're trading on first. You're trading on a terminal. So MT4 and MT5, write this down on a piece of paper. Okay, if you don't know this, and tell all your friends and tell the internet. MT4 and MT5 is a third-party software. It's built by the company called MetaQuotes. MetaQuotes builds this software and sells it to various retail brokerages because there was a time where retail traders did not have the ability to execute in the market using a terminal. You would have to call in your trades onto a telephone. Yes, this happened early on in the 90s, early 2000s. So MetaQuotes decided to build this software. Now, when you think of this software like a router. So a router for your internet, the internet comes to your house, whether it's through cable, whatever is coming through, and there's a box. That's where your internet stops to then send to you directly. That is what MetaQuotes is. Okay, so MetaQuotes and MetaTrader is the box for you to execute. Now, if that box is receiving thousands of orders at the exact same time, there is a delay in the way that the orders get processed. But the thing is, on the feed for the price, that price keeps going. So in terms of the brokerage, you have the liquidity price feed, which is your price feed that comes directly from the liquidity providers in the brokerage, and that feed goes to your MetaQuotes terminal. If the servers at MetaQuotes have any sort of problem or there's any sort of delays, those servers then affect your entry price. The price feed from liquidity providers is on a separate server. There's no lag on that price feed because of the fact of how big the flow that's going through that price feed is. MetaQuotes and MetaTrader software is the software that slows you down. That's the biggest problem. So that's where you receive slippage. Now, as you come closer to the actual price feed, the less slippage you will receive. So if you're looking to trade at a high level or a bigger volume than you think you should be, you have to leave MetaTrader and go into what they call a fixed API. So FIX API. That will give you a direct link into the price feed of the brokerage, and you skip the MetaTrader software, which sometimes lags, which sometimes slows down, it resets. You can see it even on your phone. You can see sometimes the application doesn't work properly. It's the third-party software that all the brokers are using that's giving us the issue. It has nothing to do with your brokerage fee. And that's the biggest struggle that we work with, because there's a disconnect. People think that the brokers own MetaQuotes. We don't own MetaQuotes software. Brokers lease that software and license it so that retail traders can use it. That's why every platform has MetaTrader, because now you can go onto your app, search up the brokerage, and just plug it in, right? That's a third-party software, and that's the biggest problem in Forex trading today, is the terminals that retail traders are using. You're already at a disadvantage when it comes to high-speed execution, because price feeds keep getting pushed into the server, but if the server lags or there's a delay or it stops or it resets, you get punished for that. So that's where you turn around and a broker will say to you, you turn around and you say to the broker, well, I got slipped. And the brokerage, including mine, will tell you, well, no, we executed your trade based on when MetaQuotes received the price quote. And that shows execution time. The fact that the price was different than what you saw on your screen has no bearing on the fact that that's the price that was received at that particular time, because there was multiple people asking for that same price, and it was moving too fast for the server to keep up with. This is a outstanding issue with MetaQuotes and MetaTrader. This is a known issue. You have to understand the software that you're using is archaic and out of date. So when you trade high impact news, you're going to expect slippage to get worse and worse, because now MetaQuotes, the software company, is not even supporting MetaTrader 4. They're not doing any sort of technical support for MetaTrader 4. So one day MetaTrader 4 will just die and people won't be able to use it. They're only now starting to support MetaTrader 5 because it allows for different other financial instruments to be traded on it, where MetaQuote or MetaTrader 4, you can't trade different instruments. Web platforms don't move any faster either. Nothing's replacing MetaTrader. That's the problem. See, everybody's so obsessed with trading, and I've told thousands of programmers and coders build software to replace MetaQuotes terminals and make them better for traders, and nobody listens. Everybody's so obsessed with trading when there's so many other industries related to trading that you could do, and you can make a hell of a lot more money a lot easier if you just understood the gaps in the marketplace. Yeah, CTrader is actually an updated version. It's actually very, very good. But the problem is the adoption rate has been so low, it doesn't pay for most brokerages to accept CTrader because people don't like it, right? Like if you look at CTrader, how many people in this chat room use CTrader? It's probably 10 or 15%. So for a brokerage to pay a licensing fee every month for like 100 people or 500 people to use it, it's not advantageous. If everybody switched over, then it makes sense, right?
So fresh and so clean, Euro to PY, taking cents, okay? Yeah, I mean, if you have a stops at around, let's say, 118.050, yeah, that should make sense. But at the same time, I would look at it and I would say, you know what, it's a Friday and I gotta wait for NFP. Because if any weird move is gonna happen, we're just gonna turn around and say, oh, yeah, it was NFP today, that's why it happened.
I'll be back in a minute.
You're going to the bucket. I actually used CTrader for about like 2-3 months. It's okay.
How'd you find it?
It was okay. Like it was it's a lot more than MetaTrader. The lot sizes are different. Like they use volume numbers. Like 10 cent lot is going to be like 1,000 volumes, something like that. 1,000, they go to 10,000, and then they go to 100,000 volume. Yeah, I got it. I saw that noise.
Good morning.
Hey Vincent, good morning.
Excited for NFP, man.
I didn't hear your lovely voice in the morning.
Yeah, I know, because I slept in 18 minutes.
Oh.
Yes. Just 18 minutes.
18 minutes, yeah. Yeah, NFP is today. Just gonna wait. Hey Ted, I use broker XM. It's safe, broker. Any broker is safe. Every broker is safe. You just got to be able to get your money from them, and then they're safe. I can tell you this from my experience. I've tried IC Markets. I've tried Traders Domain, the Traders Domain. I've tried that, and then I've tried Vantage FX too, and all three of them are good.
Yeah, that's the thing with brokerages. People don't understand that, like anything with banks, everybody's going to have their opinion about what bank they like, what bank they dislike. There's always going to be good and bad with every brokerage. Like, there's one person on the internet that's definitely against Traders Domain because he hates me. So he smears every single message board he can find and talks crap about my brokerage. But then we've got, like, X number of people that love the brokerage, right? So really, like Raja said, is, if you're working with a group of people who trade, or, you work with somebody who's a good trader, all you have to do is look at where those people are trading, and if they're having good results, chances are you'll have fine results as well. My brokerage isn't getting a license because the licenses that are available now put restrictions on leverage, put restrictions on deposits, and all that other stuff that is not beneficial to traders. If you need a license for your brokerage to protect your funds, Vince, mute yourself. If you need to put if you need a license to protect yourself from a brokerage, you are then not understanding how the brokerage industry works. The brokerage industry is not here to steal people's money. It's here to make sure that you make more money. The more money you make, the more money the brokerage makes. Because once again, the brokerage, if they're running a clean shop, is making money off the volume that you do in terms of trading, whether you win or lose trades. The brokerage doesn't care whether or not you win or lose. They care about the fact that you're trading. So when you look at the overall brokerage industry, having clients that are profitable is more beneficial for the brokerage than having clients who keep losing, because eventually clients who keep losing will have no more money left and they will not come back to the brokerage. Clients who are winning will continue to withdraw and continue to trade, and that continuous trade volume then allows the brokerage to continuously grow. So there's a very big misconception that brokers are here to steal your money. If you believe that, then you have to look at a brokerage that has maybe a longer term history, track record, things of that nature. And, a lot of people have said to me, well, I don't want to use your brokerage yet. I want to wait a couple years. And I say, that's fine. You can wait a couple years. It's not a big deal. Some people want more established brokers. Like, you have to do your own due diligence, and you have to figure out what makes the most sense on you. And the whole A book versus B book stuff, that is like really such a silly notion, because when you look at a brokerage, there's no advantage of a brokerage trying to quote unquote B book you. Because imagine this, if I'm sitting here and I'm looking at everybody trading and I'm helping you learn how to trade, and I give you trades that are profitable or that are high probability of a good trade, how the hell am I going to bet against 1,000 people? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And this is what people are forgetting is, when you look at that, when the market's trending really hard, if a brokerage is B-booking everybody, as they quote unquote call it, and that means that they're not sending the orders to market, they're keeping them in the house, you know how much money they're losing? They're hemorrhaging. Like, over the last 5 days, gold moved like $40 or $50. Like, how can any brokerage sustain that? If someone takes a trade with a 10 lot trade, they've just made like $40,000, $50,000. A brokerage, and then multiply that by 100 people, 200 people, that's like $1 million, $2 million the brokerage just to hit. Like, you have to understand, and you have to look at the fact that in the long term, if you run a clean brokerage, and this is the bigger firms, they don't care whether you win or lose, because all the money goes into the liquidity and it comes back and forth again. I think that's the biggest thing, but people read the internet too much, and then they think that, all this happens all the time, when it's not beneficial. And those brokerages that are doing corrupt things, they last for like 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and then they're gone.
Thanks, Uncle. So that was a pretty good explanation. Just while we're on the topic on brokerage, can you touch on how the brokerage, I guess, makes money on leveraging clients' accounts?
Yep. So, guys, can you mute yourselves, please? Like, there's all this background noise. So with brokerages, so the idea with a brokerage is the brokerage is an intermediary, right? So we all know we enter a brokerage, we deposit our money. Now, the brokerage, when set up correctly, has partners, and those partners are liquidity partners. So when you think of liquidity, think of hedge funds, think of, you know, pools of money, think of banks. Those liquidity providers give you a flow of money. They give you a credit. Like it's almost like it's like a credit. So what they say to you is they'll say, for us as an example, like my brokerage will say, okay, your anticipated volume is X billion or X $100 million. So they prepare that flow for you to allow liquidity to come in. And what I have is I have what we call a settlement account. And in that settlement account is everybody's aggregated money. Okay, so understand this concept. Everybody's money that gets deposited into a brokerage goes into a settlement account. That is where your trades take place, right? That's why sometimes when you make a deposit, it's not instant. It takes a couple of days, or you know, when you withdraw, it takes a couple of days, because everybody's money's pooled into that big, giant jar. Because as people are trading, funds are getting removed and funds are coming in through the liquidity provider. Because if you win a trade, that means the liquidity provider owes settlements that money. So every day when you get your receipt or your PIPBacks or your transaction statement, that means that the server has settled all the transactions. And that means the liquidity provider is paying the brokerage whatever they owe and whatever they don't owe. And from there, each part of those trades, there's either the spread or the commission. Now, out of the spread and out of the commission, a brokerage will get a portion of that as their profit, so to speak, which covers your operating costs, your marketing costs, you know, maintenance, things of that nature, customer service. The other cost is associated with the purchase of that liquidity. So you have to pay for flow, right? Because you don't get it for free. Like, you can't just go to a bank and be like, hey, I just want to trade for free. There's not going to be a free trade because everybody's trying to make a cut on the transaction. As you go up as you go through the different levels of the brokerage or of liquidity, the price gets tighter. So at the LP level, which is the lowest level beside a brokerage, the price is the most expensive because the LP gets their money from the prime bank, and the prime bank gets their money from the prime of prime banks. So there's never ever going to be a commission-free, spread-free trade because people have to make money in the middle because they're bringing the transactions together. Brokering is an intermediary, transaction. What I'm telling my liquidity provider is, I have X amount of clients that would like to trade. Give me a rate that will allow me to be profitable and allow you to be profitable and make sure my clients are happy with either the spread or the commission. That's why if you look across the board, usually the standard commission, most brokerages have the same spreads or same commissions. It fluctuates based on the needs of your clients. Like, I know my clients trade heavily with gold, trade heavily with like the pound. So those kind of pairs, I get a better deal on that. And then what I say to my liquidity provider is I say, charge more on pairs that we don't use. So it balances out. So what I'm constantly doing is I'm constantly reviewing my data to see that, okay, if everybody's trading GJ, I need to tighten that spread up so that people will trade more of that pair because they enjoy it. So then I have to offset that cost with dumping it on another pair like the US dollar ZAR or US dollar TRI, where people aren't trading that often, but if they are, I'm going to punish them because that's not a high volume, not a high volume pair, and I don't want to punish high volume pairs by having to up the spread or up the commission on those pairs. I want to keep those as small as possible because that allows people to maintain profitability. Because at the end of the day, brokers, it's about scale. It's about volume, right? So the more volume you do on gold, the more volume you do on GJ, the more money I'm going to make in the long term, so I can afford to cut the spreads and make it tighter for you so you're more profitable because I know you're going to trade that pair more often. So as a brokerage owner, that's what I look to do is I review all my data sets and I say, okay, there's a trend now, everyone's trading USD CAD. Okay, let's see if we can tighten the spread on USD CAD. And I'll go to my liquidity provider and I'll call them, and I have calls with them, every second or third morning because we talk about what's going on, if there's any issues, if we've had any complaints with clients about slippage or what's going on, so that we can talk about things. And I'll say, okay, I need you to adjust the spread on this pair because lately I've seen there's been an increase in volume, and I want to give my clients a bigger benefit, so cut my price. I receive less profit, but I know in the long term I'll get that back because there's more people trading that pair, and I know that people will tell other people, hey, the spread on gold is smaller than this brokerage, come over here. So I'll get 5 or 6 new clients where that brokerage has a higher spread, they only have 2 clients. So the 2 clients they have on the higher spread equal my 5 or 6 clients on the lower spread. So in actual fact, we're both making the same money, but I have a bigger client base. And that allows me to leverage my liquidity provider and say, hey, Mr. Liquidity Provider, I've got X amount of clients and this amount of flow, give me a better price overall now in terms of what I paid for you. And then I can give that discount back to my clients and I can keep cutting costs. And then my static costs stay the same, but now my variable costs, which are the liquidity, goes down in price, and that will give me a bigger profit overall at that point.
Thanks for that, Ted.
What are you mad about?
Oh. Is it right to say trade the pair that offers the lowest spread? No, it's actually not. You choose a pair. Pairs are chosen not on how big or small the spreads are. It's about how much you've seen them move over sessions, over time, during low volume or high volume hours. How comfortable you are with them. That's how they match. Gold has a 25. Yeah. There are 900 people watching but only 90 likes. Oh, maybe the rest people don't like this. USD CHF flying. Any analysis you have on the USD pairs, again, it's gonna get thrown out the window because there's NFP coming. Look at your JPY. It's kind of like reversing now. Gold is still in this range. UJ is still ranging. GJ is still ranging. Now it's trying to break up. I mean, it's just so hard. But looking at GJ, I think I don't know if GJ is gonna continue bullish today. Pretty tough to say. It's already moved a lot. I think it might come into 132.400. Let's see. What's this? Green NFP results mean bad for gold? Yes, because it's gonna get better. Good NFP is good for the dollar. Wicks don't lie, Raja. Could you kindly give a short recap? XAU, UJ, EJ, GJ. No, you can watch the recording. You can watch the recording, or if you've been here on the stream, you can look at the charts yourself and then you can come up with a more logical conclusion.
Can you give a recap? It's like a 24-hour news channel. At the top of the hour, we'll go through that. Maybe that's what you have to do, is maybe you structure the live streams and then you give oh, that probably just confused everything. Sorry. I was about to say, if you structure it where at 7 a.m. you give sort of like, okay, this is a quick 5-minute update, 8 o'clock, 5-minute update, but no, that'll just, forget it. I thought it would be a good idea, but not for the majority. They'll just get confused.
No, they're like,
Oh, you paid for it.
Yeah, YouTube is paying for the Zoom subscriptions. That's good. I mean, before asking for a recap, I think you should mark your charts and then, send your charts. Like, asking for a recap is the same thing as you think a pair is going to go up or down. I think, because you haven't done your own homework and then you're asking to see my homework.
You know what? I always think about that. Like, I think this is a big classroom, and it's like Ted and Raja showed up first, and we did the homework last night together where we were sitting working together, and everyone comes in like 5 minutes before class starts and like, what'd you guys do?
What's your homework?
I don't have that. How did you get there? And then it's like the test is in 1 minute, and they're like, oh man, okay, I'm just gonna guess. And it's like, why? Just go call in sick or something.
Yeah, call in sick. Ooh, nice. We crossed 100 on Zoom. Perfect. So this thing is working now.
Nice. Hey.
Yeah. NFP. If someone tries to trade NFP, you will get slipped. 100%. If I had an extra life and I could put my life on the line that you'll get slipped, I'd do that. That's how confident I am in the slippage. Is it usually better to have market execution pending? To be honest, I'm gonna try to see if I can get a pending order in. Jeevan is the target. Okay, Jeevan. Super target is Jeevan.
Jeevan is Hindi guy, Raja?
Yeah, Jeevan is Indian. Those Modi supporters.
Speak up, Jeevan. Speak up for your pride.
Speak up for your pride. Oh, did you just add Ninad to our chat?
Yeah, Ninad is added to the chat.
Oh, jeez. Poor Ninad. He's going to be, like, angry now.
Those new chat groups are weird.
Yeah, wait, it gets weirder. It has nothing to do with trading, so I would suggest muting that chat room.
Yeah, guys ask me, oh, what's that chat room? I'm like, it's nothing. There's no trading talk over there.
Yeah, it's not. It's just people that are really good friends that just hang out. It's like our own sort of chat where we just, instead of calling everybody every 5 minutes, we can just post stuff there. It's not trading related, so don't worry.
No.
It's actually a collection of just cool art videos.
I didn't want to say that, but well, I don't think it's just core videos.
No,
I mean,
not just that.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, now everyone's gonna be like, oh, these guys are crazy. No, it's just like a group chat where everybody's been good friends over the last few years, and like we hang out in person and stuff, so it's just easier to communicate and coordinate stuff.
Take my name off that target in case I don't want to get Sean lead.
Oh, now it's all recorded. It's on YouTube forever.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get Sean lead. No, I'm kidding. I still want that number.
Hey, get the Forex Rob in that chat, please. Raja.
Hey, Ninad.
Get the Forex Rob in that chat, please.
Oh,
Forex Rob. That's serious.
that's some serious.
He doesn't talk to us peasants.
Yeah, that's pretty serious. So 30 minutes left for NFP. 30 minutes left for our accounts to be blown out the water.
What have you been doing for the past hour?
Nothing. Seriously, past hour and a half, just nothing.
Should have just started at 10.
Yeah, I ate 2 mangoes and I had some water.
Are these the Pakistani mangoes?
Yeah, the Pakistani mangoes.
What are the best ones out of all of them?
They're pretty expensive. I mean, we get a 6 mango box
The
for...
best mangoes are from India. So,
Bro,
what?
Indian mangoes aren't even available here.
You have to order from India.
Yeah, they're not even available.
I didn't know that.
They're probably black. Yeah, those Indian mangoes. Yeah, man, if this, if I have a sell stop at 1502 sell stop would be good. A buy stop at 1509 and a sell stop at 1502.
Does it ever whipsaw?
Oh yes.
Always.
Oh yes.
A lot of people overlook that there's unemployment, the percent change as well, right? The exact same time.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have, let's just say right now, the ADP indicator already dropped, and the China relief already dropped gold from what was it, 1555 to like here, right? So now like the forecast for the NFP is 160K, with a lot of it's already like being sort of like a lot of the drop already sort of being priced in. Like NFP has to have some pretty good numbers, right? At least to me, it has to be at least like 180K or well above forecast, and then you need unemployment unchanged or improved. Then you get the best of both worlds. When you get NFP and unemployment both improved or both bad, then you don't really have a whipsaw, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but when you have this mixed sentiment, then the investors are sort of going, okay, wait, what's more important right now? Then you get that. Then you get the spikes up and down, which fucks all the retail traders and people trying to trade the news, and then the banks go their way. You know what I mean? And they feel whatever was more important.
Yeah. But last night, both were bad, weren't they? They were both down.
What was?
Oh no, sorry, they were both good. They were both good. The ADP and what was it? And the unemployment.
The unemployment, which one was that? The jobless claim one? That one?
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, we should see a nice number, hopefully.
Ooh, wow, we crossed 1,000 people on YouTube.
Wow.
Nice one.
Dr. Lose, are you some?
Yes, mate.
26 minutes. So see, before this high volatility news, look at the pairs. Look at your JPY just ranging, nothing. Gold just now ranging. UJ still ranging. GJ ranging. So the best way is to just like wait. What are your pending orders for gold? I have none right now. There are no pending orders right now. I'll probably put pending orders like 5 minutes before. Obviously, I'm gonna have my lines drawn here so you can see. But also keep in mind, if you're trying to do some next level stuff with your account, just put a small percentage aside and then just trade with that.
Jerome Powell, like the head of the Federal Reserve, is also in Europe right now, and he has a speech after London close. So there could be some fucking today.
Yeah, that's what I said. And based on what Powell says, Trump they try to,
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, even if this is bad and we see gold go to that super target, and we saw what happened last time when the Feds were just like stayed neutral, Trump just went off. So
I think 1497 will be a good target.
Yeah.
And then eventually 1403.
Oh, 1497?
1497, yeah. Yeah, because if you look at the way the higher time frame structure is, it's like we almost have to complete the drop. Because there's a huge liquidity grab around like August 12th, and I think we're returning there.
I want the super target today.
1480, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Rakeel, check this link. So it's got the probability of a Fed rate cut.
Oh, they,
It's 91.2% for them to cut at the next meeting.
But the key is by how much?
1 point, yeah, so it shows you there.
oh, 1.75.
So
Oh
that's
no,
what's
2.
priced into the market. At the
Oh,
moment.
2.0.
So that's a quarter of percentage, quarter of 1.
Yeah, that's how they usually go. Like they cut by like
How long left for NFP?
2.5 basis
24 minutes. 24 of the slowest minutes of their life.
I literally jumped off for an hour because I'm just like, oh, nothing's gonna happen.
This is great exercise because this is now you see patience. GJ tried to break down and he waited for candle and candle closed back up. EJ candle closed below the 30-minute candle and like closed below. Then this one had to do a retest and then you're waiting for a retest, but this one went up, so no trade. UJ just ranging, no trade obviously. Gold just at support. There's no trade. So you gotta be very. Oh yeah, that was a recap too. That was a recap of what we were looking at. 1K viewers, thumbs up. Yeah, if you click thumbs up, even more people get to watch this and more people get saved from MLM and IML and is there going to be a spaceship indicator? Yeah, I think there's going to be a spaceship crashing down. If this is Mars down over here.
Is it a submarine?
Yeah, submarine.
Yeah, so we need a submarine.
Or a drill into the ground. I think any order, Raja, below what you have there in terms of your little box, I think is going to be very profitable.
Yes.
Right where that, yeah. If we place pending orders below that, I think it's going to work really well.
Yeah, I was thinking pending's at 1502.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I'm not holding my GJ trade. I closed it yesterday because it hit 132 and it was just rejecting that area hard. And 132 is a psychological number, so I just pulled it back. That's it.
It's an easy 148k, was it?
Yeah, like 160.
That's like someone's wage in a whole year.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I got my sales guy at Porsche called me. The Taycan just came out, like the actual car. So I have to go talk to him about it. I might be looking at getting it. So I figured I could take yesterday's profits. Splurge. Because the Taycan competes with the Model S now, the Tesla. So I have to go talk to him. I'm going to go over to the dealership today and sort of get a little bit more information. Because I need to know where they're going to place all their superchargers for the car. And if they can do the similar way that Tesla's done it, then I'll definitely trade in my Tesla and I'll get a Porsche Taycan. Because the interior is
trade
so
your
much.
Tesla?
Yeah, well, the Taycan just came out, and I saw the interior. Like they have the whole car built. Like the actual production car is finally released. The interior is so much nicer. It's so much nicer, and that's what I've always complained about with the Tesla is the interior is crap. So I have the 2019 Cayenne, so I'm going to look at this one. The 2020 Taycan, they start shipping them out next year. So he said I could still probably order for delivery next summer.
I just started, but I've always heard you talk about the Tesla. I'm shocked to hear you thinking about trading it in.
Well, because I saw the specs now, and I just have to confirm how they're building out their supercharging stations. Like if they're going to have a similar network to Tesla can't compete with Porsche at that point. The Taycan is just a little slower than the Porsche, slower than the Model S, but not by much. Like it's 2.0 to like 2.6 in the 0 to 60. That's nothing. Like you don't notice that at all.
Why can't they just like combine and just have one like combined centers?
Well, Tesla originally, Elon Musk actually went to all the manufacturers and said, "Hey, do you guys want to lease the supercharging stations?" And all of them have big egos, and they said no.
because Tesla would have given them spots on their supercharging network so that you could supercharge your car on that network, but they said no.
Yeah, oh wow, this interior is way nicer.
It's all about egos, man.
It is 100%. Yeah, they did the launch at Niagara Falls, actually. I had the invitation. I didn't open my mail in time, but there was an invitation to go see it in Niagara Falls.
Yeah, but I like the iPad in the middle, that massive screen.
Well,
on the,
this one
on the
has it
Tesla.
now too. This one has it now too on the Taycan.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah, that's the interior. Like if you look at the interior now.
A bit blurry on Rakeel's screen. Oh, okay, so that's all touchscreen, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's much nicer, and it has 670 horsepower, so it rates well with the Tesla as well.
Mm. And what would that set you back?
It's like 200.
Yeah. There you go. Just need an extra 50 from this trade tonight, and then you're good.
So these supercars are getting cheaper and cheaper now.
Mm.
Like, you know, speed wise, like they're competing like with the Lambos and Ferraris.
Yeah.
Well, I think Tesla came out with like a 35K one.
Yeah, that's Model 3.
What is liquidity grab? Anyone? Carlos Olte. I think you can Google that. What a liquidity grab is, just basically an opposite move in the desired direction you want the price to go. Oh, 1111 viewers today. Beautiful. 1111.
120 on Zoom. These are the 10 pip guys.
Yes.
We're the 10 pip guys.
10 pip guys.
I don't know why everyone calls us the 10 pip people. We rarely get 10 pips, and most of the time it's more than 10 pips.
Yeah, 10, 15 pips.
Yeah.
I'm the 10 pip guy.
Yeah. 10 pips all day, every day.
And if we get less than that, usually it's because we've been stopped out in profit.
All right, 15 minutes. If GJ punches through 132, 100, we are going off. I think then 132, 400 would be next on GJ. 132, 400. This is interesting. I mean, if gold starts falling just before NFP, wow.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, that would just throw my analysis out then.
Well, no, I think what you have with gold is it'll just continue to push harder.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't see the US dollar suddenly losing strength now. There's way too much. Because if you look at the weekly structure, for us to go bullish, we have to reverse this whole entire candle. That's insanity. I don't want to say that it's not possible because gold could do that, but I just think that a lot with the trade tensions, I think you're going to find that this is going to be a little bit more of a catalyst now. But we'll see. I would like GJ to flip though to bullish on the daily. That'd be nice, but I don't think we're going to get that. Next week's going to be very nice for GJ. I think we'll have a pullback and then we'll have a push all the way up to like 135 with GJ next week. That'll be the trade of the week. Like 131 to like 135.
What trades do we have during NFP? NFP is a no trade day. This is just a spectacle event. You can be a spectator and have fun.
Spectator of it. I really think if we break 1502, we're going all the way down to your target.
Yeah, because there's nothing to stop it. Like, look on the daily, it's just straight down.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice drop. But then you know what? I think it'll tap. If it does break, it's gonna be a huge whipsaw back.
Yeah, I got some pendants up top.
When I switch from demo to live, is there anything going to catch me out other than psychology? Nope.
EuroCAD, you have to post a chart.
Yeah, I mean, you need to post charts. If you don't post charts, no one sees your charts, then you don't get better and you keep asking for opinions. You gotta be doer. You gotta do it. Do analysis. Let people see them.
Oh, gold's really ripping down.
Yeah, this is what I was.
I'm hoping for. This might just be the liquidity graph for the whipsaw. Let's see.
I might have to close my order.
You got a pending there.
Well, no, I took a sell at like 1505 because it was dropping on the higher time frame. I didn't expect it to drop this fast. All right, well, stop loss and profit. See what happens.
If it drops below 1502, this is going to be continue dropping till 1495. This is a big drop here too. What is this?
This 5-minute candle dropped 20 pips.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, okay, cool.
First week of trading demo. Right now I have Bollinger Bands, Stochastics, and Power Stars. What do you suggest? Trading naked? Yeah, just naked charts. Naked charts is the best. Work on price action, learn how candles move, what stories they tell. Like, look, we don't use any indicators at all. There's no indicators.
Minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a nasty NFP.
Look at that pullback.
Yeah, I have my stop loss and profits, and I just watched it pull all the way back. I was like, oh boy. Wow, this is going to be very scary. But it sort of lends itself to believe that we are going to push down if this is what it's doing.
Or even gold before last night. Oh, sorry, in the morning for you guys. It already started to pull back before it just continued the descent.
Yeah, I just got stopped at.
Look at that pullback. I wonder how many people sold it.
Wow. Yeah, this is rakeel. We're going down now, dude.
Yeah.
We're going down.
God damn.
Is the way this is setting up. Time to put another order in. Oh, pending order this time. Yeah, I just got stopped out, so I mean, I might as well start again.
So we're probably going up in UJ.
Yeah,
Looks like it.
it looks like it.
This is going to be interesting. As the time comes close, the views they increase. I bet you 10 minutes after NFP, it's going to be cut down in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be one of them.
We can
I'll
nearly
just
use
hear
you as haters.
I still have a sell from 1548. Oh, nice.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have a sell stop at I think 1503 or
It's
1502,
definitely gonna be good.
and then a buy stop at 1508.50.
My bias on gold isn't long. I explained the way I choose my bias. It's based on the higher time frames, and right now the bias is telling me that we are short, based on the monthly and the weekly and the daily. My bias is not long. Yeah, gold is gonna pull right down. Oh boy.
Damn, I don't know what to do. Wait for NFP or go take a shit. We're gonna wait. I need, please. Oh no, come on, please win. I need to buy a new underwear. Okay. Epic Chinese.
Damn, 128 the stream's at. Damn.
Yeah. Pending order at 1504 now. See how that works out.
Yeah, come on. We got 1200 on YouTube.
Wow.
Yes. Do you advise investing to check the news on NFP? Yeah, you just wait and then you go to Forex Factory. It's going to show you the numbers here. Oh, in that Bloomberg terminal, no.
Pending order might move up to 1505 now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, baby, push.
Push up more. This might actually pretty good. 1502 might actually be a
Yes.
very good pending order. Anywhere between 1502 and 1504, I think.
This is definitely a sell.
Well, my pending order is in. Let's see what happens. Come on.
So nervous.
I want to see how much I get slipped.
Probably at 1502.
Yeah, yeah.
That's never a surprise.
Yeah.
What's the maximum? What is the maximum we can go upside on the gold?
The maximum? I think we just did it.
Okay.
Alright.
Tapped it. Alright, 129. I think Roger put it at 200.
What?
The Zoom.
Oh, no. It's
What's the new cap?
Oh, 500.
Oh, 500?
Yeah. Yeah, there was no other option. There's a 100 option and there's a 500 option.
Okay.
Yeah, if someone's trying to trade the news, just put the funds in another account and trade it. Don't trade your full account.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the soundboard ready here with some sirens.
All the haters are tuning in.
Yeah, I really think sell stops at 1504, 1503, 1502. I think you may have a winner.
I think I just saw the broker popped up on the high. Oh, geez.
Alright, so buy stops at 1507.50. Alright, let's do this.
got a sell stop at 1503.80. Just in the 1503 total. 1503.80 super. Yeah, 1503 sell stop. I'm in. Finger on the close button when we get whipsawed.
Yeah, just be on the close button.
No, 1503. That's my pending sell stop. No stop loss, closing manually.
Man, that's hardcore.
Yeah.
You just gotta be pretty fast. Just don't wait around.
I assume I'm gonna get slipped really soon.
This is where everyone's trying to double their account. Listen, if you got your rent and you can mortgage your money on it, close out the trade right now.
Yeah, you know how we do this, Devon.
People asking what are their targets? If you don't know what your targets are, you should not even place orders.
My target's 14.95.
There we go.
14.95, 1503 to 14.95. I expect an $8 move. We're gonna hit it. There you go. Feel good? Make you feel better about life? Doesn't for me. But we'll see. Oh man, gold is moving up.
Oh, coming close to my buy stop.
Hit. Wow, it's 15.06 now. Holy shit.
Oh, gonna move up my buy stop here.
Yeah, I was about to say,
get the spreads going crazy.
Yeah, get the buy stop out of the way, Rakeel.
Yeah, 1508.50.
$15.03 to $14.95. That's the target. But I'll take anywhere under 1500. Slowing down, I'll close it, but I think we can get to I think we can get to 14.93, but I think 14.95 is pretty safe.
Yeah.
If we do drop in the next 10 sections.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking for 14.93.
I think 14.93 is pretty solid. But sell stop at 15.03. Let's see what happens. Could be absolutely nothing.
Volume is coming in.
Yep.
Red's going crazy. Damn, I think I hear someone heartbeat on the freaking live stream.
Yeah, it's me. It's me.
Your hands on
Not
the
even with you.
I'm just happy my sell stop hasn't been activated.
Oh, buy stop activated. Oh, 30, 40 pips.
Yeah, sell stop closed.
Got it.
Nicely done.
Oh, nice.
Sell stop closed. Hey, well.
Oh, my order's triggered. Nice. That's super sweet.
Oh man. But that was easy.
That was easy.
Man.
I had pending cells at the top.
What, has anyone actually looked at the news?
No.
Wow, those numbers are crazy.
What's the numbers looking like? Are they good?
Stayed the same.
130? Holy Jesus. I haven't seen those numbers in a long time. 130. Wow.
Is it good or bad?
No, it's
bad.
But what's the unemployment?
But CAD-JPY went out.
I won today.
Yeesh. I think I've got like 30, 40 pips. That's decent.
My stream got shut down.
Yeah, you know, my
It
screen
just-
is frozen though.
Yeah, it just
Yes,
started
I
lagging.
was about to say that.
Because when you said buy stop was activated, I said, that's right. I was looking at my computer and yeah, my
Nah, everyone's
computer was
started
moving, but in your no.
Yeah, my whole thing is frozen. I can't do anything.
NFP.
Oh, actually, when gold dropped, IG markets just shut down. What was that yesterday? I couldn't trade.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
For like a good hour.
Oh, it's a good thing I had a buy stop with my sell stops.
Oh, this NFP looks like everything's pulling back. Simon's right.
Yeah, you won.
Yeah. Without my cells, only had 2 got triggered.
The feds are watching.
Now, do you think price will continue in the way that the news drove it?
Sorry,
What's that?
Do you think price will continue in the way that news drove it?
No, like I said, potentially. Well, this is just my thought, and I've seen this loads before. The liquidity and the initial reactions come from the algos and stuff based off the NFP number. The NFP number was bad, lower than expected, so we saw the dollar weaken. But also we've had unemployment rate and also average hourly earnings, which have come in good. So you might see now that the NFP number has kind of been, the moves happen for that. And now as people look closer at the data, i.e. unemployment and stuff, you'll probably find that we might start to see the dollar now to strengthen. Because those NFP numbers weren't terrible.
Yeah.
Look, if you made pit on gold, close your charts and go on.
Yeah, Simon, what you're saying looks like it's happening with the charts, because that on the higher time frame, it's like we tapped into the previous high, and now it's starting to pull all the way back in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes all the way back.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch. If we get some sort of rejections at this level, it might be a great opportunity to sell gold again.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. And it could, you know, the bears came in strong yesterday off that ADP unemployment data, so you know they could be looking to finish the week strong.
Quick 40 pips. Wow. So numbers are pretty bad, eh?
33K minus.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, we don't catch 10 pips, we catch 40 pips. 40 pip guys.
I didn't catch anything.
I caught 20.
I don't know.
You only had sell stops, Ted.
Yeah, I only had sell stops.
I thought that you might have a secret buy stop.
No. I can't do secret stuff because everybody fucking calls me out on it. Oh, you didn't tell us about that. So now I just announce everything. There's no point of having secrets. Well, not
Yeah,
that I
it's,
ever,
There
not
is
that I ever do.
there is one
selling
guy.
it at 15 1471 and 15 1292.
Yeah, I had no slippage on these buy stops.
There is one Instagram. He called on Ted's August profit that you didn't call all the trades that you took.
Oh, you didn't.
I said,
Didn't call.
all the trades were called live on the month of August.
I thought so. Can't please everybody. That's what I say. I'm okay with that.
But hey, the beauty of this is that everything is given to you, and it's literally given to you on a silver platter. Yep, the crow agrees.
Only problem is this isn't what I ordered.
Yeah, this isn't what I ordered. Yeah, what did EJ do? Nothing. Oh wow, he just came down and went up. I was watching the stream from 1300, it went down to 700 people. Oh wow, UJ. I'm thinking maybe this NFP is kind of like UJ just spiked down now to just continue to go back up again.
Yeah, it was like Simon was saying, is that
Yeah.
this is not really a catalyst for any change. It's just a blip in the system to get better entries to continue trending. That's why I really think gold in the next hour or two will probably resume trend, and it'll pull hard down to like 1493. There was a nice support created on the hours, so that was pretty cool. So
Yeah.
if you saw buy stops, any buy stops above 1510 was pretty safe.
Morning, guys.
Good morning, good morning.
Morning.
Okay, so what was the slippage on gold?
Oh, you got slipped on gold? Oh, nothing.
Yeah, like 15 pips. That's okay.
Oh.
It's whatever.
First timer here, trading NFP. Don't trade NFP.
Yeah, don't trade NFP.
Racing car videos. Anyone still in? I think you should stick to racing car videos. I mean, if you're in a trade and you don't know what your... Yeah, you should always know what your target is when you're in a trade. My target was to enter and close. I entered and closed. That's it.
So Rakeel, your third eye worked so well.
Yeah, just pending orders.
You was looking for buys. I think nobody was looking for buys on gold.
My bias was bearish. I wasn't even looking for buys.
Yeah, me too.
But like I've learned from my experience that a lot of times I've had a buy stop and I haven't had a sell stop and it would go down. So this time
it would have made more sense if it didn't fall all night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way it priced it, like if you look at what it did, all it did is like the sells I sent earlier, where I caught that, I just corrected that.
Yeah, priced in. Priced in.
Yeah.
Rakeel, how bad was the slippage in that buy stop?
Like 2 pips.
Wow, it's not bad.
Oh, there's Trump. Trump is already awake. Yeah, now he says, I agree with Jim Corimer, the Fed should lower rates.
Okay.
So I got ready.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boy.
I think gold is going to plummet. unless it breaks above this high, I think we're gonna have a drop.
USD CAD's looking pretty good.
CAD data as well, right? At the same time.
Oh yeah, it was CAD data.
CAD's doing well. CAD's
Yeah.
strong. Yeah.
Yeah, unemployment stayed the same.
Look at CJ. I had such good CAD JPY buys, and look at the width that thing did, man. Got more than gold if you look at CAD JPY.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed is that most CAD pairs always whipsaws when there's good news for Canada.
Ooh, CAD is still dropping after that big drop. News was super good. Well, this is a time when you just say, okay, well, day is done, and then you go and have a good weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to trade news, but I noticed my broker wouldn't let me have my pending order placed in for either buy stops or sell stops at my target price. Oh, wow. I don't know. I don't know why a broker wouldn't let you do that.
Some brokers do. I've been with ones in the past where they just kind of like disable trading for minutes before high volatility minutes.
Oh. Yeah, that could be something.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, good morning. You're late today.
Yeah, I had a fever.
You owe me a meal now. Bring it to Miami.
Oh, you a meal?
Yeah.
Listen, you traded NFP or what?
Yeah, I had buy stops. Had buy stops and sell stops. Buy stops.
No slippage?
I guess it like 2 pips.
Ah, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, someone won 80 pounds today.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the journal on my MT4, and I was only slipped 7 pips. Pretty good.
That's really good.
Yeah, I didn't even want to try it on Hugo. I know for a fact that I got slipped like 20 or
Hey Rakeel, I'm done for the day. Time to sell some cars. Perfect.
No, sell them cars.
Whoever got wrecked in NFP, I think you deserved it. Because before the news even started, I said it so many times, put some amount on the side and just trade with that. You know, and some people didn't. Then just like every month, they got fucked.
Some people go full margin and they don't realize the slippage.
What was my stop loss? I had no stop loss. My finger was on the X.
Yeah, because it's sometimes dangerous to have a stop loss, because with the spreads and stuff, it can like execute you and then throw you straight out again.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
stop losses are dangerous. You'll learn that the hard way.
Yes.
The only way can I use those stop loss?
Macedonian nuts. See.
Hey, Rakeel, is that your music playing in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, bro. I'll tell you where to get it. Just Google YouTube audio library. YouTube audio library. So
It's like waiting room music.
Yeah. These are the only songs I can play on my streams. These all songs.
I miss the good old days when we could play good music.
Yeah. Now I can't because YouTube sends me
Orange foot.
every time I do, YouTube sends me a love letter. Hey bro, you can't do this.
Go with the alternative.
Alternative.
Yeah, no.
What's the weather doing out there at the moment, Rakeel? Is it like coming to summer ending?
Yeah, summer's ending. Summer's ending here. It's like 20, 22, 23 degrees.
Okay.
For the all. Yeah.
So numbers were bad for NFP, right?
Yeah, numbers were bad.
And we had Trump saying numbers were good. See how that one of them was
Yeah.
higher.
Alright, guys, I'm heading out.
Take care, Kavan. Have fun.
Have a good weekend, Kavan.
Have a good weekend, brother.
I think if we hold 15, 16, 15, 17, I think you might see a drop very shortly.
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to pop up to like 15, 19, 20. I was going to get in a small sell there, but didn't quite get there.
I honestly think that Trump's going to wake up. He's going to see the numbers and he will say, oh, economy is doing great. This and that.
It just seems there's a major resistance at like around 15, 19.
Yes.
That's going to hold right now because NFP obviously once again is just the impulse move like Simon was saying. So I think you might find over the next few hours there'll be a correction down. I lost $400 too.
Oh.
Sucks.
Don't worry, Ted. I'll get you your next meal
Thank you.
when we head out.
You guys did how many pips?
Well, no, I had a gold sell that was like 25 pips in profit, and then I moved my stop loss to just above break even. And then as it closed, it slipped me like 4 pips. So I ended up, instead of breaking even at like plus 700, I went minus 4. I was like, alright, cool.
Bearish gold question.
Well, I had a sell stop from 1503 down to 1495, and it didn't get activated.
So Ted, pretty much you lost on profit as opposed to just a straight loss then, huh?
Pretty much, yeah.
Even when Ted is in losses, he still profits.
Well, yeah, but the commission kills me, so I lose there.
Man, your spread costs must be like thousands.
For in general?
Gold, no, on gold, right?
Yeah.
What is it like 1.8 ish average?
Yeah, no, it's actually 1.1 to 1.3.
On TD?
Yeah.
What? You got some super stream?
Yeah, because I when I built the brokerage, I modified it to my trading. So the pairs that I trade the most have the best spreads.
My gold right now is like 1.8.
Yeah, right now on Traders Domain.
Traders Domain is 1.5.
Yeah, it's right now gold. Where are we here? 1.8. Yeah, 1.8. Yeah, but usually it's like it drops a bit. It like it'll go between 1.7 and 1.8. Yeah.
Can we sell gold now? Question mark.
Yeah, sell gold.
Sell gold. There we go.
Sell.
Why? You fuck.
You can do anything you want. You can do anything you want right now. Look, 851, sure, go ahead, take sells.
Right now, Eagles, I'm 5.
You guys kill me.
Yeah, see, like the spread dropped to like 1.4 now.
Yeah, I'm still 5.2 in Eagles.
5.2.
Yeah.
Holy shit. How do you make any money on that?
Waiting for candle to close.
No idea.
Now, Rakeel, what sort of candle would we be waiting for on there? Would that be a 15 or a 30? Or?
I think for this you would wait for next week.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because like you said, a very, very strong support.
Yeah.
Right, so you're better off waiting for next week. Yeah, see, it's very strong support.
Because all the other candles are bearish. So the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour.
Do you think we might get a correction for that move since the trend was third overall? I think we will.
Yeah, it's just really hard to sell UCAD from this point. I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying gold like
But,
a correction from NFP.
But would that be the idea though?
Yes, that would be the idea.
Like that,
Yeah, that would be the idea.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
So you can put a sell and get a couple pips. So.
Gold, I think gold down would be if it comes below 1512.
Right. So below 1512, that would be super safe. Say that it's gonna be corrected completely.
Yeah.
Because right now, let me see, 30 minutes. No, the 5 then the 15 minutes.
Bro, it's the same chart on all time frames.
No, right there, you see it? It's up.
Yeah, but you gotta be safe, right? You have to put yourself in a good position, and a good position would be this was support here, right? So you want gold to come below this area for it to go down, or you need it to close above this area to go up.
Gold's pulling all the way back. Yay! See, it sells worked. Sells worked. If you took sells when I told you to take sells, you made money.
That's actually true.
I did.
Yeah.
Sell.
Man, that was easy 20 pips. Yep. Yeah, just be careful because it might now. You've got to see how, like you said, will kill 15, 12. If it uses that as support now, it could keep going. Safe sells a break of 15, 12. If you're not in from the top.
Yeah, I think you have resistance at 1519 and then a support at like 1512. So if it breaks that 1512 barrier, then we're dropping all the way back down to 1508.
Yeah.
But everyone who took sells when I said take sells, you would have made 20 pips. Or you would have had to close. But if you look even on the higher time frames, this was just, it seems like a massive test of the higher time frame. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, support was created at 1508 on the higher time frame, so I mean it is a good possibility that this will shoot all the way back up now. But we'll see. I wouldn't advise doing anything.
Ted, quick question regarding Traders Domain copy thing. Yeah, you there?
Oh yeah. I mean,
oh yeah. So someone's just asking me about lot sizes on their account. So how does that work based off of, so whatever the master account is using, it works out
proportional
percentage of their account, right? And
it's proportional. So if you do a percentage, if you're risking 1% on your account, it risks 1% on their account.
So, and it will calculate the lot size.
Right.
Okay.
And if they change the multiplier, so that number that's in the investor side, it's not the lot. It's like 1 is not the lot, 1 is the multiplier. So if you change it to 0.25, it'll be a quarter of what you're trading on your master account. If you do 1.5, it'll be 1.5 times. So
Right.
it's proportional.
No, someone's like just messaged me saying, "Oh, it took the trade, but it's only done it at like a 0.1 lot." So I'm like, I don't know. Check,
It should be proportional.
check the balance of your account or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, someone caught gold from 1518 till like 1505 last night. Damn. It's a big move.
That's me, Raja.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just watching it. I wasn't sure you were on the stream. It was very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have one runner left here.
Um, 9:30 open gold might go higher. Let's see. Raja, is GJ valid sell on the 1 hour? Let's take a look here. I'm not even trading anymore now on the 1 hour. I just gotta wait for this 1 hour to close. It's about to close. Wow, look at this 15-minute. I mean, it's really hard to do analysis here. We had this support right here. I mean, look at that dirty, dirty, bad candle. So bad. Yeah, my PC froze just before NFP for some reason.
Gold. Wow. It just went like 30 pips in one minute. Here goes gold. Time to take more sells.
gold making us wait some more. No, gold is just, I mean, now, like, my trading is done. It's over.
Sell gold more.
Wow, if gold breaks above 1520 again, it's going back up.
You can't lose with gold if you don't have a stop loss.
Yeah. You can't lose if you got a stop loss.
Can't lose if you don't have a stop loss. Just wait for it to go back down. Maybe 2019 or maybe 2020, 2022.
You also can't tell your bicep if you don't have any tendons, so
that's right.
Load the weight from the bar. Yeah, I had some pending set on NFP for sales, but it just pulled up, so I just took it out. And then now I believe that gold can go back up with the bad news, all the trade tensions and shit like that. I think this was a liquidity pull to get more orders in for banks. So I think if we can break up past 1520, we'll continue the bulls up until next week. So I've got another buy order set at 1520, and I'm going to ride it all the way up. That's my personal opinion, but that's what I'm going to stick to.
I tend to agree. My only issue is this pullback right now is just for the Friday. The whole week's been bearish. If we don't have a bullish close on this week's candle, on the weekly, this daily was just a pullback to then push further down next week and fill the weekly candle. So just be aware of that. We need this weekly candle to finish bullish. If it doesn't finish bullish, trend should continue down.
Just look at the daily as well. It's testing those lows. That's support.
Right.
Daily close of yesterday's candle and all those candles to the left.
Yeah.
This is a potentially good selling point. I've taken some low risk sells, real low risk.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I'm just looking at the weekly, and I know what exactly has happened. Is the weekly hit the low at 15, whatever it was, 1506, 1503, and now it's pulled back on the Friday, and that'll be next week's move back down to 1503 if this candle stays bearish. Unless there's trade talks and it cancels everything out. I just think that this candle today is just a pull up, and what you might find is it may pull up to 1520, create a little bit of a wick on the top, and then push down and finish as an indecision candle on the daily, and that indecision candle on the daily will then be the catalyst for the continuation of that move on Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday we'll have the drop next week. That's what I really think. Like Tuesday and Wednesday will be the heavy drop if we don't get it before. If it doesn't happen today, if we hang around 1515, expect next week go from 1515 all the way down to like 1493. I really think that's what'll happen. Just because of the way the chart is set up, if this indeed is the beginning of the drop, that's gonna go. And once we break 1493, we're off to the races. We're now in a bearish trend at that point. So
okay.
Yeah, so we just have to wait and see. I think at this point, gold is going to probably rifle up and down, and it's going to kill a lot of people because it'll stop you out very quick and it'll pull the opposite way because it's a Friday. But I think Monday, Tuesday, that's when we'll start to see the new actual move. Because I mean, I honestly can't see gold going back up to like 1540 today. Like if it does, I mean, holy shit, this is ridiculous. But I think the bearish weekly candle will stay bearish, and that will set us up for next week. So you might have one more test into above that weekly wick, and then it'll drop right back down again. So it'll be interesting to watch and see. But it's today is not a day to be trading gold if you're looking to try and take entries. I think it's more of like see you later for a bit.
Hey, Ted, quick question. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I have a friend that is he's a Canadian, and he just recently found out that Traders Domain don't accept Canadian clients.
but he's already has a account with them. That's fine. Is it still fun that he can still trade without withdrawals and whatnot? Or
yep.
No problem. Okay.
We can't accept new Canadian clients.
Okay, but the old guys, no problem. Okay.
I moved my stop loss 100 pips closer.
Nice.
Wow, look at gold go.
Rallying.
Yep. It just broke out on the 15 minute.
EJ is also trying to push down.
EJ, yeah, he's pushing down. Oh, nice, John. Nice. But he needs to break below 900. I just don't like EJ
go
cells.
hard.
Well, I'm going to save everyone the trouble. I'm going to head out. Trading is done for the day.
Yeah, take care, Rakeel. I'm going to do the same.
Yeah.
Have a nice weekend, Rakeel.
You too.
And all the Park family.
Have fun.
Yeah, have a nice weekend,
Good
guys.
weekend.
Take
Good
care.
weekend. See you.
Don't overtrade. It's Friday. Time to go.
Okay, coach. Thank
Time
you.
to go.
See ya.
Yeah. Work is done. Office is closing.
Throw my computer out the window.
Yeah.
Make sure you buy a new one.
Yeah, with the profits or losses today.
No, I have a cash in the other part.
Oh, okay. Take care, guys. Bye.